Hello to everyone in the Victorian greyhound racing industry, our clubs, our staff, our participants and all of the many volunteers who have all contributed to ensure that Victoria remains the leading and worldwide greyhound racing jurisdiction. I really wanted to touch base with you as we come to the end of another year and just thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for all of the hard work that you put in looking after our greyhounds. It's not lost on anyone at GRV the amount of effort, time and sacrifice it takes to care for our greyhounds and for you to participate in our sport. I want to also acknowledge the great work that our clubs do and their volunteer committees. Clubs play a vitally important role in maintaining a connection to communities. Many of our clubs throughout the year have put on some terrific events to support local communities, including through the annual Great Chase series, which supports local disability groups in their communities, the Good Friday Appeal, family events and local charity fundraisers, as well as making their facilities available to any local community group that chooses to use them. That community connection is so important in ensuring that greyhound racing is not only a valuable contributor to the community, but also ensuring we are investing in showcasing the sport to the broadest possible audience. As we all know, it's been a really challenging year, as you've seen in the 23-24 GRV annual report. I'm pleased to say though that through the Dream Chasers Festival and even prior to that, we have been seeing a bit of a turnaround, particularly in the wagering landscape over the Dream Chasers Festival. The crowds at both the Top Gun and the Melbourne Cup were absolutely massive and not crowds that we have seen on track for many, many years. And the turnover for those events has been record-breaking, which is a fantastic sign of what we hope will continue. We've had terrific engagement thanks to our free-to-air deal with racing.com, and as we all know, it's coming to the ultimate crescendo this Saturday night when we host the Phoenix. We hope that the wagering continues as it has, and by all accounts, given what happened on Top Gun and the Melbourne Cup, there's no reason why it shouldn't. We're expecting record crowds, we've got great slot holders this year, and it could be anyone's game as to who wins. And I wish every single slot holder, their trainers and connections all the very best of luck and a safe journey for all. We're obviously all aware of the recent announcement coming out of New Zealand that greyhound racing will be wound down and finishing in 2026. And that's obviously going to cause some concern as to what's going to happen here in Australia, particularly in Victoria. I just want to reiterate to all of you that that is a very different situation to what we face in Australia. The political landscape and the environment in New Zealand is nothing like we have in Victoria. So please don't be concerned and please just keep doing your best. Having said that, I will say this to you. We must work in unison to keep promoting our sport, behaving professionally and doing the right thing by our beloved greyhounds and each other. And just finally, on the topic of greyhound racing and our social licence. The image of greyhound racing in Victoria is dependent on every single one of us uniting together, not against each other, and promoting ourselves professionally and respectfully, no matter who we come into contact with. But it also relies on those great stories about all of our dogs, whether they're pre-racing, racing, or after racing when they're sitting on the couch. It's incumbent on every single one of us in this industry to make sure we do that to keep our social licence. And just to be clear, we know we have the support of Minister Carbines and the Shadow Minister Tim Bull, who both attended the Dream Chasers this year. Our economic contribution since 2019 is up 30%. We contribute as an industry $844.8 million to the whole Victorian economy. So we are a serious professional business, which you all participate in, and we thank you for that. Gap will again rehome over 1,000 greyhounds this year, which is a fantastic effort given the cost of living crisis. And I also want to thank all of you for those efforts that you go to privately rehome your greyhounds. We have to work together on this and just keep pressing on, because when we are together, we are a force of nature. From myself and all of the board and everyone at GRV, I'd like to wish you all a fantastic Christmas and a safe New Year. And I'll see you all at the Phoenix on Saturday night. Be safe and stay amazing.